I just kind of feel like when you do something for so long, sometimes you just continue to do it because it feels like it's part of the routine. And that's what it was becoming for me.
No,
just
it's like
part of the routine.
Kandi, Todd, welcome. So excited to have you both.
Oh, thanks for having us.
Of course, and I'm so excited. Congratulations. The Wiz is back on Broadway. Producing it.
Yes.
What was that opening night like? It looked like star-studded event, right?
We had so many icons in the building. It was like really, really great. It was a lot of good energy in the room. Red carpet. It just I want to say the yellow brick road. We did a yellow brick road.
Right.
But so many people came. I always tell everybody, I want you to come in green, right, for the Emerald City. So it was so many people looking good in their green. And, just looking good, period.
Right. It's been 49 years since The Wiz was originally on Broadway, right?
Yes.
So why did you want to kind of revive it and bring it back?
Well, for me, it was my favorite musical of all time.
It's a classic.
Yes.
It's just a classic.
Yes. And, we got to show love to our producing partner, Brian. Brian Moreland. He was like, hey, what do you guys think about, let's, bringing back The Wiz? And I was like, I'm in. Let's make it happen.
Yeah, you're like, you don't have to ask me twice.
You're right.
Yeah, from the music, the costumes, just the whole story. It was like, it's a classic. So it was like, it was a no-brainer.
Yeah, you said that this is something that you've loved since you were a child.
Yes, I mean, I used to literally, for me, I saw the movie version when I was younger. And so I just used to watch it over and over and over. Like I knew every song. I knew every move. It was that musical for me, and I don't know if for him it's different.
Yeah, my mom actually took me to the original play with Stephanie Mills. I was real little, so I don't remember everything, but I remember it being a little scary back then. But then once the movie came out with Michael Jackson and Diana Ross, so it's kind of like, wow, we get a chance to be a part of The Wiz?
Definitely.
Like, that's crazy.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
And you made some changes too, right? So tell me a little bit about that.
Okay, so I guess the biggest change is shout out to Amber Ruffin. She reimagined the script. And so it's still the basic story that we all know and love of, basically everything you needed, always was within you, right? It was always here inside of you. But she just made it funny.
Yeah.
Like from beginning to end, it's hysterical. Like I think our version of The Wiz is so much funnier and it's so much more relatable to today's times because a lot of the jokes kind of refer to things that are happening now, current, and she just made it current and fun.
Yeah, definitely. The two of you just celebrated 10 years.
10 years.
Marriage. Congratulations. You did it.
We made it.
We made it.
You made it. What would you say is I'm sure you get this question a lot, but the key to your successful marriage?
He's a better communicator than I am.
Okay.
Like I'm one of those people, like if I get in a mood, I kind of shut down. I don't want to talk until I've completely calm because, I'm afraid I'll say something that I didn't want to say it that way and it comes off harsh because I can be harsh.
Right.
But he likes to communicate and get it all out. And so I think, he really helps us get through it because we have to talk to her.
Yeah.
The best way I get through it, what I try to do, I try to reverse things. Like put myself in her shoes and see what did I do? Okay, I might have been wrong. Okay, let's figure this one out. Just trying to, it's a lot of work.
Yeah.
It's a lot of work, but the thing is it's fun and 10 years, wow. And it went by so fast. Like it could have been a long 10 years, but it's been an amazing ride.
Yeah, we have had a lot of fun.
Yeah, that's important.
Yeah.
I don't know if you pay attention to rumors and things like that, but there was a blind item going around that said that the two of you were going to split.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
BS.
Did you see that?
Yeah,
But we were
Riley actually sent
Oh,
it to
really?
me. Yeah, she was like, why do people keep saying that y'all about to get
Yeah.
divorced? I was like, I don't know. But honestly, I think it came from Todd and I. On his YouTube, we're doing this thing called Todd and the Glam Squad. And it was really, when I would get my hair and makeup done, he would sit and we would talk about, hot topics or whatever.
Relationship issues.
Sure.
Relationship issues. But we would, we are great debaters.
Yeah,
okay?
we go at it.
And we're passionate when we go back and forth.
Right.
And I think people kind of mistook that to say we were angry with each other, but it's no, we're debating the topic.
Sure.
Right.
We're going back and forth about this. As soon as Like, I've been like that my whole life. As soon as, like, we have a back and forth, I can walk out the room and be like, okay, now what we're doing next.
Right, exactly.
You know,
Yeah.
whereas, I guess, to somebody that's watching it, they are thinking that it's more than what
Right,
it's
they're analyzing, wow, he said this, or his posture. You know how they do.
Of course.
But, yeah, it was just good, fun conversation. And, yeah, I think people just took it wrong. I was like, we're with each other every day. It's not like I haven't seen them together. His ring isn't on or something. So, but,
Right, and I'm
everything's good.
really the one who never has on the ring a lot of times.
Sure.
Today I do.
Yeah.
Today I do, but you know, they'll be like, why doesn't she have on her ring? I hardly ever have it on.
Yeah.
He always has it on. Now, if he doesn't have it on, and then it's gonna be a problem.
It's going to be a problem. So the state of the marriage is good.
Yes.
We're good. For me, I think, you know, from doing reality TV earlier on with her, like, I really don't pay it no more.
Yeah.
We know what's going on.
He doesn't look at the blogs as much as, like, you know, I'll see stuff because I'm scrolling IG all day.
Right.
But I didn't see that one as much. I think people were actually kind of like messaging Riley and saying these things, you know. So
That's going to be hard when the kids get
Yeah, with the
involved.
kids, yeah.
And, like, people are just, you know,
Right.
spreading lies and spreading rumors. Has that been difficult for them to deal with?
I think they're
Sometimes?
used to
They're
it.
used to
Well,
it
my
by now,
daughter
yeah.
definitely in the beginning, when it was kind of tough, you know, with Housewives or whatever, she
Yeah.
used to call me, Dad, I don't know what they're saying this about. I'm like, it's all right. Don't worry about that. Don't worry about that. But now she's been around it for a long time, so it's like,
Yeah.
she doesn't pay it anymore.
Doesn't pay attention. Right. So 14 seasons, decided to say goodbye.
Yes.
Why now?
It was time.
Yeah.
It was time. When we finished this last season, you know, they took a longer break between the seasons. And they just basically gave me too much time to think.
Sure, yeah.
You know, I started doing all my other stuff, setting up a lot of other things. I don't know if you remember last season, they kept complaining because I was working a
checking
lot.
out, yeah.
And I was just like, it's not going to change this year.
Right.
You know what I mean? People are probably going to be even more angry with me. The opportunity.
Yeah. Do you feel like you were kind of checked out last season? Did you
I
feel like
think-
the last season for you?
I didn't feel like I was checked out. I mean, I just kind of felt like, coming into the season, I was really stressed, to be clear. I had did back-to-back from Real Housewives straight into the Escape SWV reality show. And so I just came into filming, what was that, season 15, on edge. Yeah. Like, I was just ready to lash out at everybody, and I didn't like feeling that way. And so it wasn't like I was checked out. I did have other dreams and other things that I was doing, and I felt like, well, hell, I'm not here that much, but I got more going on the show than y'all.
Right.
And I just felt like when I am here, I make it count.
Yes,
How about
seriously,
that?
yes.
So that's how I felt. But at the same time, in all fairness, you know, I know you have to, you know, dedicate so much time to being with the girls and stuff like that. And it's just like right now, like I said, I do have other things that I really want to do. And giving me that break to say, well, you know what? Yeah, maybe I could, you know, try it out. And, you know, because I looked at everybody else, they be leaving and coming back and doing what they want to do. So I'm like, why not? I mean, I just kind of feel like when you do something for so long, sometimes you just continue to do it because it feels like it's part of the routine. And that's what it was becoming for me.
No,
just
it's like
part of the routine.
part of the routine. You want to do something different. Do you miss the cameras at all, or do you feel like
Oh,
it's like
no,
less stress?
Hey, you know, my anxiety level is low. I'm not worried about what scenes we got to do, who's on the show, what craziness they want to talk about.
Yeah.
So it feels good. And then we have a lot more time with our kids, you know, and they love it. And, you know.
Yeah, but I mean, I'm still friends with the girls.
Sure,
Well, some of them.
Some of them, yeah.
I'm still friends with some of them, so I still get all the tea.
Sure.
And I'm friends with the producers as well, so it's like I get the tea. You know, I know what's going
you know
on.
what's going on.
I'm gonna be supporting. I'm gonna
we gonna
watch
watch,
them, and and
Do you
show
think
love.
once cameras start rolling, you'll miss it?
No.
No.
Cynthia, this is what Cynthia told me. Cynthia said when the show goes to air, she said, I will probably miss it then because then I'm going to look like, like I'm not there. Like, normally I'm there, but I won't be there.
Yeah.
So she said that's when I'll probably feel something.
Yeah.
But right now I'm just living my best life.
That's life. But like you said, people leave, people come back. Do you feel like this is like, the famous Bravo word, a pause, or do you feel like this is a
I don't think it's necessarily a pause for me. I mean, I really think that I have a lot of other things that I'm going to be doing. But it's not the end of my relationship with.
You've had so many different
Bravo
shows
people.
on.
Yeah, we have other
Yeah.
things that we're going to be
Right.
doing together,
Yeah.
so I'll just leave it at that.
That's good. That's
Yeah.
good. Did Andy try to convince you otherwise, though?
Well, he was super he was super sad, which
Yeah.
I was like, I don't know how I expected him to feel. Like, I didn't know that he cared that much. You know what I mean? Like, he called me when, they first told him, that I wasn't coming back or whatever. And he was just like, I don't know how to feel about this. And I was like, well, I don't know either, but we're going to figure it out.
Figure it out, yeah.
And he was just like, basically we had a long heart-to-heart, and he made me get teary-eyed, like, honestly, because, at first I'm just like, oh, okay, yeah, I'm on to the next. And then he's saying all these things making me feel like, dang, like, did I make the right choice?
Right, yes. Well, you're a legacy in Housewives. You really are.
But it made me feel special because then he also went on his radio show and to say how much he was going to miss me and everything. And I feel like we really developed like a good relationship based off of just us having a relationship. Because you can't really, in this reality world, you can't let your hair down, or you can't be comfortable to talk to everybody because, people like to throw things in your face or come back and twist things that you said, on a personal level. And I'm glad that he and I have that personal level of trust where we can talk about things and say things to each other, and I don't have to feel like he's going to come back and throw it in my face later or take it that way.
One more rumor I want you to clear up, because a lot of people were saying that you didn't want to be on the show because Porsha was coming back.
Oh, no. Then that was really crazy because Porsha and I actually had both talked, and I was telling her that I wasn't sure of, like my thoughts of what I wanted to do next. Yeah. And she was telling me that they were talking to her and she was trying to figure out, and she wasn't sure if she wanted to come back. Sure. So we both had that conversation. I already knew she was, thinking about coming back, and vice versa. And it wasn't a thing of that they were trying to have one or the other. They really were trying to have both of us come back. So I saw some people were trying to say like I had to leave, for her to get to come back, and that wasn't true. Like they were actually wanting to bring us both back, and it would have been cool to do that. But at the same time, I think she and I have actually been getting along great. Good. Since we haven't been filming together. And not to say that has anything to do with me making my decision or whatever, but I just feel like, it's just sometimes being on a show together can make things intense. I'm sure, yeah. And then you have to address all the old stuff instead of just focusing on moving forward. You know what I mean? So anyway, we're in a good place right now.
Good. Yeah. Did it have a negative effect on your marriage at all?
What, the show?
The show at times, or no?
Yeah, did you ever feel?
No. Did you?
I think it made us stronger.
Did last season feel off to you?
I didn't feel like it was as bad as everybody was making it.
It wasn't.
You know what I mean? Like, everybody was trying to make it seem like it was just so horrible. But, there were a lot of interesting moments in last season, just like any other season, But I just feel like, the fans, they have, their complaints of who they feel like needs to go and who needs to stay and all of that. So, I mean, I'm not going to say that the girls were doing anything wrong. I felt, it is what it is,